Hello horse friends and welcome back to the Imperfect Equestrian. Today I'm going off for another meeting with my natural horsemanship friends, and as you may have seen in the last video, I was meant to be taking JJ with me, but we're still in the heat wave at the minute, hence the fact the horses are in the barn where it's a bit cooler. I've got them locked and restricted to the yard and the barn at the moment, as they were just literally standing out in the sun in the field, and I want to encourage them more inside. So I've got the hay nets there, and they've got little bits of grass outside, and when it gets really hot we've been sloshing them with water outside. You might get to see a bit of that later, but at the moment there's a lovely cool breeze going on, so that's all right for them. Now I was meant to be taking JJ, but because of the heat it's about an hour and a bit away. It's going to be far too hot for her to ride in the trailer, so it's much more sensible to leave her at home, and we'll go see how the ladies get on today. Now we're going to Carolyn's house today, which I've not been to before, so I'm hoping to get the chance to meet her horses and see what horses she has. So I'll see you shortly.
I kinda adore you, but don't get too proud. You're like my favorite snack, I won't say it out loud. I won't say you're perfect, we all know you're not, but hey, you're the best kind of way that I got.
So I've arrived with the natural horsemanship ladies, and it is boiling hot here. Say hello, ladies. Hello. We're going to go off and meet Carolyn's horses now. Just before we saw the horses, the ladies quickly modelled for me their new clothing with the group logo on. How lovely.
It makes my two look like racehorses.
Oh, you want to see JJ at the moment? She's.
He did lose a lot, didn't he, over the winter?
Over the winter, yes, but he's just a horse that
Just eats.
Continually.
Yeah, I've got mine locked in the barn and the yard at the minute.
What's their breeding, Carolyn?
He's a traditional Irish sports horse.
Right.
So he's a draft cross Connemara, and he's he's supposed to be an Irish sports horse, but not exactly sure. Well, I think he's probably got more draft than Connemara in him. They're both from Ireland.
Right.
And then Prinny, of course, with my Welsh Section D.
Hayden,
but
yeah.
she's 28. Is this Benny you're asking?
Yeah, well,
How
how do you cope with Jackie, Benny?
How do you cope with me, Benny? Right, this is Benny. He's 10 years old.
Yeah.
10 years old now. Been riding him for about 4 years. He doesn't actually belong to me, unfortunately. He belongs to my friend Carolyn, who was very kind to let me come and ride him. It's lovely because we can do lots of different things. We can go for walks, or we can do a bit of groundwork we've been practicing, which he's not keen on. But, and we've been going for lessons to learn how to ride properly.
So this is Prinny, Princess Harriet is her full name, but she thinks she's a Princess Harriet, but she's always been a Prinny. A horse who has thrived from retiring. She was never one to do overly much. She prefers the easy life. And she is the leader of our little herd.
Aww.
Well, this is Casper, who is 10. Well, no, 11 is, yeah, he must be 11 now because he's a year older than Benny. He's the horse probably that I never thought I would think was my perfect horse, but has ended up being my perfect horse. Because I never wanted a white horse.
A unicorn.
A unicorn. And he is perfect for my personality because we are both very retiring and very not wanting to go too far. And he is just my joy.
Next, Janet treated us to a bit of amateur information about whorls on horses.
Right, whorls, all horses have a whirl on their heads. And depending on the positioning and the number will dictate or give you a really good indication of what their personalities, how you're going to be able to train them. So Casper, if you look, his whirl is slightly on the right. Right, if you look at it head on, slightly, and he's got feathering, a little bit of feathering. His whirl is slightly high and to the right, which will indicate that he's got right-brained tendencies. Right? If we look at Benny's got a single whorl right in the middle of his eyes and a certain amount of feathering as well. And so that whorl won't tell you a lot because it's neutral, because it's neither high nor low. The feathering would indicate that he's more left-brained.
He is.
My horses at home, I've got one with 2 whorls, and they're quite high. So my horse is 2 whorls, and that shows that he's split personality. He's both right-brained and left-brained, and will have those sorts of tendencies when you try and train them. My other horse at home has 1 whorl with a lot more feathering, and his whorl is more to the left, and he's definitely left-brained and easy to train.
So how does the feathering translate?
You can have feathering and you can have whorls all over the body as well. You can, like, he's got a slight one there. He's also got one here. That would indicate that he's not going to bend too well.
Oh, so they've all got meanings, not just the face one. Oh.
I mean, you expect to have a horse with a whorl at the bottom of each flank, which all horses generally have. He's got one. There's another whorl there. I mean, it's a fascinating subject.
There's two pretty for us as well.
That would indicate that he's not very through with that leg. It's to do with the fascia. Right?
Oh, okay, yeah. How
And
it's
when
forming.
when it's forming. So if you have a whorl on the body, it will dictate how the fascia tightens. So if you've got whorls where you don't expect them to be, then
Which way does he
that will
fall out?
restrict.
What's
This one? What's he got?
She's there then.
She. That's pretty neutral, and again with a bit of feathering. You can't tell much from that. The other thing you can, it's not just the feathering, it's also the profile of the head. There's some fascinating books on this. There's so many things that you can look at a horse and decide whether it would be the right horse for you. You know, a lot of us, it's sheer luck we've got a horse that you really like. But if you knew about these things when you were looking at a horse,
It's helpful.
you might think, oh gosh,
Yeah,
she's got a dish.
she might not look like she is, but she is.
And that's going to make her more reactive. She's got nice big ears. You know, there's lots of pointers. Like,
What do big ears?
oh, they're good big ears.
Yeah, donkey ears.
Yes.
Glasses won't fall off.
They've all got big ears.
After meeting the horses, we got a quick chance to have a look at her arena. What a lovely space to work in. She's so lucky. Carolyn had turned our coffee and cake session into a rather more upmarket afternoon tea party. We had lovely shade to sit in and beautiful views to look at, and some very exquisite dining ware. The food that was put on was absolutely amazing. Just enough time for a selection of cakes and biscuits before we head off home. We have been spoilt today. So everyone had a really great time at Carolyn's today. Lovely to see her horses. I've been back a little while now. It's still quite sticky, but as you can see from the clouds, it is starting to cool off and cloud over. So hopefully the next few days are going to be a little bit cooler. So don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy our Horsey Friend adventures, and we'll see you again next time. Bye!